Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack-a-Punch Traders here. Just want to make a quick video lesson going over my trade on SBFM. It was a beautiful multi-day bounce right out of the watch list. Where is the watch list? Let's just go to Twitter. I know I had it on there, as well as with my updated plans with LIXT this morning. Where are we at? Sorry for the slow load. What's this here? Yeah, so I was looking for the SBFM bounce play. I was a little bit suspicious of it as it had rehashed news of an offering pretty much the other day, or was it Friday or Monday? One of those days, or it was Friday. Sorry, yesterday was Monday. Um, so just looked for the failure to break down. We have this solid run up. It got stuffed here at 10. It did get to the mid 12s after hours that day. But then from there, we just got a solid fade, roughly 50% off the highs, a little bit more. So when I started seeing some bottoming action, I took a stab at it. And the first trade was just a scratch. I literally made a penny, maybe a penny and a half. But not disappointed with the way I traded it. So we got that break over 450. I was getting it at 450 exactly. Got a good average. At first was risking 430, but as it kept moving higher, got a quick burst and holding up over here, I decided to kind of bring my risk up and risk off of VWAP, which is right around where I was entering. So I was thinking, let's just risk off of the mid fours. I'd be breaking even. And it was looking decent at first, but then once we got this crack here, I gave up, and I am 100% okay with that because I know for sure I would have got stopped out into this panic, or if I didn't have my stop order, I would have market sold into this panic or right around this area. So I'm happy that I did end up selling here. So that kept me calm and, was break even on the day. Didn't have worry pretty much. The other plays I was looking at, let's see, IMTE was also looking for a bounce. This one ended up getting stuffed. Just a garbage bounce play so far. Just absolutely failing the bounce. And it's really pissing me off because it's so far off the highs. It just doesn't make sense. But should be any day. This thing's really kind of bunching up here with the lows. It's tightening up. But once I saw this one was dead, and then that I missed a play here on LIXT, I really didn't have anything else. My play here, right out of the Twitter today, updated this in the morning. As you can see, it was a gapper. I was looking for that open price VWAP claim. If not, if you missed that, looking for that pre-market high break over 4. And from 4, I wanted it to test mid to high 4s. Let me just bring this up just because it was so perfect. Where are we at? Where are we at? Here we go. From the gappers this morning, I'm adding LIXT. There's a solid amount, so I'm kind of glad this was the one that I chose. Pretty good out of like the 6 that were already up pre-market. So I took LIXT. It was my top watch as well. I wanted to give it some extra time to consolidate since it was already up a lot, so I wasn't too comfortable just jumping in. And it was a play where you would just jump in and it took off. And right here, oh, this is supposed to be VWAP, not cheap. Open price VWAP proclaimed to test pre-market high a day to test mid to high 4s. And that is precisely what happened today. It got right below 5. I would have been, if I really had my eye on this, getting in the low 4s here when it's failing to break down, consolidates for a bit, holding up right around the pre-market highs, and 4, a key dollar, whole dollar, a whole dollar, half dollar level. So there, from there, we got the quick minute or two push, but then after that, it kind of fails. So this thing gonna be looking at for a multi-day bounce at some point soon. But when I kind of had no plays on the day, my main attention was really SBFM because I did recognize that it was starting to hold up. It was just being choppy and annoying. So that was kind of a frustrating thing to have, but it ended up setting up beautifully. So once I saw this higher low here, I saw, the fake out to new highs as some strength because we got a little bit perk in volume, and now we're making a higher low. And just based off of the momentum the past few days, I'm seeing the price action we have today, trying to stay as close as possible to the red to green level, the green line here. Once it's below it, it's red. Once it's above, it's green. So once we got the higher low holding right around that area, I kind of saw that as a bullish signal, even though I was getting in prematurely. Usually, the way I would trade this, the way I traded it over the 4.5 break here, I'd be waiting for that 495, 5-ish break, which would have led to a nice move here. But I was getting in prematurely. 700 shares here, average of 476, and it just kind of grinded higher. Not as quick as I would have wanted. A couple pullbacks were just annoying that I didn't want to deal with, even though they were low volume. But had my advanced order set, got out at 526, and I initially wanted $1, but this was an exhausting push for me. I don't know why. Like, looking back at it, it's a clear play. But when I'm getting into plays, I want them to move, and this one seemed like it had some resistance each step higher that it went. As you can see, each push it had, it come right back, push a little higher for a little bit, come right back. So I wasn't super comfortable, so I decided to just lock in 50 cents. And that's kind of it right there. That's my play of the day. 1 for 1, 2 for 2. I don't know how to. This was. I guess we'll call it 2 for 2. This was just a scratch. Means nothing. But I'm proud of the way I executed this play today. Right out of the watch list, coming back from yesterday, not playing anything out of my watch list and missing plays and taking a little loss on IMTE, which was annoying. But that's kind of it. This was gonna be a video just going over the single trade, but this kind of ended up being a whole entire day trade or whole entire day review. There was a couple. Oh, ATR. Definitely need to go over that if we're gonna review the day. Breakout over 493. Just holding up nicely. Larger float, larger market cap that I'm used to. But I'm loving the price action and the volume that's coming in. So, missed this one into the close, but this is on watch for tomorrow. My watch list is already posted on Twitter if you want to check that out. But I'll go over these later. But yeah, just a solid day. Couple decent spikers. Just really focusing on the multi-day bounce, just patterns that I'm familiar with. And that's kind of why I also was really happy with my trade today. When it was familiar, I was in it. When it wasn't familiar, I was not in it. So just staying safe, trusting my patterns, should trust it a little more and not get faked out with some of this choppiness and just let it do its thing. So, yeah, pretty good day. A lesson on patience today. I did good and bad as I sold too soon, but I did also stay calm, take my trades when they were there. This ended up failing, didn't bother me. Just patient until it set up nicely, and from there we got the move that I wanted. So, pretty exciting day. We'll go over the watch list later in a separate video lesson. But for today, LIXT, main play of the day in the morning, taking off on some cancer news. And then just absolute failure, had an offering. And that's the recipe. That's what these plays do. They just come up with some news. I don't know if it's true or not. Usually I call bullshit. Because they're always going to end up diluting the stock. Typically, that's what happens. So yeah. We got it today. We got the pump and then dilution, and we got the huge fade. So it is what it is. I didn't trade it. Didn't really get the opportunity to. But yeah, this is getting a little longer, and I'm just kind of getting repetitive. But solid day. Being patient, being picky, sticking to my patterns. The only thing I kind of did was get in a little early with SBFM. But even then, I'm not that mad because I got bullish signals showing me this is making a higher low. It's holding right around red-green level, holding VWAP. It's a momentum shift. I could have waited for that 5 break for sure. Um, but thought I had enough to prove that it was holding up already. So we'll just wrap it up there. Love the multi-day bounce. Follow us on Twitter to check out the watch list and get more alerts intraday and whatnot, what I'm thinking, as well as check us out on tradecaster.com for some live trading. This first trade here was live. The second one here wasn't, but I was going over my thinking and how I was approaching this and thinking, well, if this fails to break down again, I'll be waiting for that high day break again. And that's exactly what happened. So pretty cool to see that work out. Besides that, I hope this was useful. Like our video and subscribe to our channel. And we'll be pumping out more content like this for you guys. Have a great day.